What does the future hold for the rated R superstar Edge? Yes, on this day, I see clearly. Not only does Edge have one of the best WWE theme songs of all time, top 3 WWE theme of all time, hands down if you ask me, but he's had one of the best careers in WWE history, man. One of the best heels ever. His resume and his body of work speaks for itself. But is Edge going to retire? That's the big question. Was his last match in WWE against Sheamus, which was a great match? Is he going to come back to WWE, have some more matches? Is he going to go somewhere else? I still think Edge got a little bit left in the tank, I'm not going to lie. I still think he can go a little bit longer, if he wants to, of course. With Edge's WWE career possibly coming to an end, that got me to think, what are Edge's top 10 best matches in WWE history? I'm going to make this list a little bit different though. I'm not going to include any tag team matches, triple threat, fatal four-ways. I'm just going to strictly do his one-on-one matches because I think it was harder for me to come up with a one-on-one list than it was, to add multiple things. So I'm like, you know what? Let me make this a little bit different. So here go my top 10 Edge best one-on-one matches in WWE history in no particular order. Gonna start with No Mercy 2001, a ladder match against Christian for the Intercontinental Championship. It's a match that I honestly forgot about, and I went back and rewatched it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think this is a top 10 Edge one-on-one match, man. I went back and rewatched it and everything. This may be a match that some people may have also kind of forgot about a little bit. I highly recommend it, man. If you got the WWE Network or Peacock, depending on where you live, I think you should go back to No Mercy 2001 and rewatch this match. This next match took place on an episode of SmackDown in 2002. Edge versus Eddie Guerrero in a no DQ match. I don't know how many of you are too familiar with this match, but this match was hitting, bro. It is very, very good. I highly recommend you go check it out if you haven't seen it, man. Edge versus Eddie Guerrero in an episode of SmackDown 2002, no DQ match. Bro, they weren't missing, man. They weren't missing. They put on an incredible match. One of the best SmackDown matches of all time, too. I honestly think it's a top 10 SmackDown match ever. Next one I'm going to go with is Vengeance 2004, man. Edge versus Randy Orton for the Intercontinental Championship in a one-on-one match. This right here, I feel like also doesn't get enough love or talked about enough as one of the best Intercontinental Championship matches of all time. Like, Randy Orton, man, was doing his thing as Intercontinental Champion. Edge was trying to take the championship from him and everything, and they put on a really, really good match at Vengeance, man. Like, if you haven't seen this one either, I highly recommend you go check it out. Vengeance 2004, man. If you have Peacock, WWE Network, depending on where you live, this match, honestly, this match is extremely good, bro. Edge versus Mick Foley, WrestleMania 22 hardcore match. I mean, my gosh, like, you could argue that this is the best hardcore match WWE ever had in its history, man. Like, this match, honestly, wasn't too long, but it was perfect timing for what it was, man. All the spots were great. It was extremely hardcore, extremely bloody, and I mean, the ending spot, when he speared Foley through the flaming table. That same year, 2006, man, TLC match, Edge versus John Cena. I love this match so much, man. One of my favorite matches of all time from my childhood. Like, I was so into this feud because growing up as a kid, I hated Edge and John Cena was my favorite. And I'm just like, oh man, I really wanted Cena to beat Edge so bad for the championship. And this match told a perfect story. It had some great spots, and I'll never forget the end when he had Edge up for the FU on the ladder and he put him through 2 tables. Oh my God, it was so epic. One of the best feuds in 2008, hands down. Edge versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 24 was such a good match, man. It definitely makes the top 10 for me. I honestly feel like this is a slept-on, underrated WrestleMania main event that doesn't get enough love and appreciated enough. Like, this match was really, really good, man. This was my personal favorite match at this WrestleMania. I'm not saying it was the best match on the show, but as far as my personal favorites, this was my personal favorite match, and it makes a top 10 cut for me. Told y'all Edge versus Undertaker was one of the best feuds of that year, and another Edge versus Undertaker match makes his cut. Edge versus Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, man. This right here was just a classic, man. Like, the storyline they told was incredible. Undertaker coming back and colliding with Edge in this Hell in a Cell to get his revenge. Just a pure masterpiece, man. Pure storytelling, pure masterpiece, definitely makes a top 10. These next 3 matches I'm going to talk about happened when Edge came back after 2020, and I honestly think these are now in the top 10 Edge matches of all time when it comes to one-on-one matches. I'm going to start with Edge versus Randy Orton at Backlash in 2020. This was during the pandemic. During the pandemic. No fans there. It was the NXT crowd and everything. They were calling it the greatest match ever. I wouldn't go that far and say it was the greatest match ever, but this match was so good. It was so good. It hurt my soul that fans weren't there to experience it live because this match was so good. It makes the cut for me. There's no doubt about it, man. This is one of the very few matches I've actually gone back and rewatched multiple times during the pandemic with no fans. Edge versus Seth Rollins Crown Jewel 2021 Hell in a Cell match makes the cut for me, man. The feud they had in 2021 was really, really good. They had all good matches, no misses. Their match at SummerSlam was good. The match they had on SmackDown and MSG was good. But the Hell in a Cell match they had in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel, man, masterpiece. Definitely got to make the top 10 for me. This last Edge match I'm going to share happened last year at Extreme Rules 2022, man, against Finn Balor, the I Quit match. this makes the cut for me, man. This was a top 5 WWE pay-per-view match for me all time last year because this was pure storytelling at its finest. The story that this match told was so incredible, with Beth Phoenix getting involved and Edge having to quit because, you know, the Judgment Day was gonna hurt Beth, and they still hurt Beth afterwards. Like, it was, man, it was just so good, man. This match was just so, so good. I thoroughly love this match, and I truly think it's a top 10 best Edge one-on-one match of all time. Like, pure storytelling this match had, pure storytelling.